Hey everyone, welcome back to I Dream of Homestead. I'm Josephina, and today we are outside making my chickens a water bucket. So now that my chickens are getting bigger, they're consuming a whole lot more water, which means that I'm having to refill more, and the bigger they get, the more they're gonna drink. And with it being hot all the time, I want them to always have sufficient water, plus if I wanna go anywhere for a few days, I'd like to not have to worry about somebody coming and making sure that they have water refilled constantly. So I got these off Amazon. They're called Little Clicker Poultry Water Cups. I'll link those down in the description box for anybody who is interested in getting some for themselves. So yeah, I am going to take you guys through the process of me doing this. It's my first time, so I'm not a professional with it. I'm not a professional with tools, but I'm gonna try this out anyways because it seems pretty easy and pretty straightforward. So I have a food grade bucket, just flipped it upside down, and it says to drill the holes about 1 inch from the base. Comes with 5 cups, so I'm gonna try my best to evenly space them out. You guys don't judge me for measuring an inch. Just remember that I don't have experience with any of this. So any of you who have no experience with using tools and measuring and have terrible depth perception like I do, I'm with you. We can do these things. So I've got a chalk marker so I can mark and make sure. I'm gonna mark it so that I have them evenly spaced as much as possible. So I went through and I made sure to measure down 2 inches, and then I spaced them out each 6 inches, except for the last one got an extra like 2 inches in between. But that's okay. So time to start with the drill. You guys pray for me that I don't crack this bucket and that I don't ruin this. All right. So I've got 1 hole in here, but I want to make sure everything's right before I just go and do the rest. So I've got the cup, I've got a washer, and I have the back piece. So I'm going to put the washer onto the cup, flip this over. All right, I'm going to stick this in here. And I have a little back piece, and I'm going to screw it on. Okay, I tightened it as much as I could. Look!
I'm so excited.
It's the little things that always make me really happy. Okay, so now that I know it is that simple, I'm just gonna go ahead and finish up the rest of it. All of my holes are in place. I used a chalk marker so that I could mark it, and that way I could just easily erase it with my hand. So I'm gonna show you guys all of the little holes on here. I don't know what it is about things being like perfectly rounded and aligned that bring me so much joy. Again, the little things. I'm going to show you guys all of the stuff that's included. So it's the cup, there's a washer to go onto this piece right here. I'll go ahead and do that, so I'm going to use this one right now anyways. And then the little wing nut, I think that's what it's called, that goes inside the bucket to tighten this on. This pack comes with 5 of those. I'm going to finish screwing all of them onto the bucket. It comes with 1 extra silicone washer and 1 extra plastic wing nut. So I'm gonna make sure I keep those just in case. But she's complete! Look at how cute this is, guys. Who knew a watering bucket would be so cute? So, ta-da! This makes me so happy. It looks like a really cute fair ride. Okay, I'm gonna peel off this food grade sticker and let's go fill it up for the chickens. Actually, since I have you guys here, let's go to the garden so I can show you what exactly I put in my chickens' water every time I fill it. Grab them a sprig of rosemary, some basil, and some lemon thyme. So before I finish explaining everything else that I put into their water, I'm gonna go give the bucket a rinse. That way if there's any little loose pieces of plastic, they are not consuming it. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I showed you guys everything that I got from the garden, which was some oregano, some basil, some rosemary, and some lemon thyme. That's just everything that I have that's big enough to harvest from right now. I do have a few other herbs that I am trying to grow, but they're just little babies. So what I like to do with these is to crush them in my hand. That way it starts releasing the oils, and then drop it right in. Another thing that I like to add is garlic, and I don't know if you guys can tell on the camera, but I've already gone through and crushed them. That way the garlic starts to release the allicin in it. And if you don't know what allicin is, I will type it down here at the bottom of the screen. That way you guys can look into it. But basically it's just like the strongest compound that's in garlic that helps fight against so many things. And helps with the immune system. So I want them to get all the benefits so that I can keep healthy, strong chickens who are going to give me healthy, strong eggs. So those I added to the bucket as well. And last but not least, some apple cider vinegar, just a splash of it. And not to be weird and morbid, but every time I put this concoction together and I smell it, it smells like the turkey brine that I make for Thanksgiving. But you know what? I'm not eating them. I'm just taking their eggs. So let's go add some water. I took out their old watering bucket. They were all kind of curious for a second and started walking up to it, and then they were like, nah, and started walking out to try to come and get water from this, which I emptied already. So I'm just gonna hold this back from them so that they eventually get that this is their new water container. I'm so excited though. Look at how cute. Eventually, I'm also going to do one for the feed. Right now, this holds enough feed for them for a few days, so I'm not too worried about that part. They come out during the day and they get their fresh bugs, and I move them. I'm moving them 2 to 3 times every week right now, so they're about to get moved really soon. So like I said, they're still getting their bugs. I'll throw them out some veggies and some fruits occasionally too. So this bucket right now, it holds enough, but very soon I will end up switching it out. Oh look, we have curiosity. If you guys liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to share any of my videos, whether that's with your friends and family or on social media. And if you haven't already, I hope that you're willing to hit that subscribe button and stick around with me for a while on my journey to becoming a homesteader. I'll see you in the next one.